What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Duly Paid episode. Today, we are tackling, for the first time, a brand new film with Captain America Brave New World. So if you have not seen it before you watch this, keep watching if you don't give a shit. But if you do give a shit, fucking fuck off.
Fucking fuck off. True.
I'm Grayson. That's Geek. We are covering a new movie for the first time ever. Because Geek doesn't go to the theater.
It's very far.
Okay.
And costs a lot of money.
Yeah, and it doesn't cost a lot of money when you don't buy the collector's helmet on accident.
Well, yeah, it still costs money. Because I always buy the collector cup because I'm an idiot.
That's fair.
But I don't need the bucket. It just kind of happened. So,
see, there would be buckets all across here if they were never sold out at my fucking place.
So buckets.
They're always sold out where I go. So, Geek, we never covered a Captain America movie yet.
It's very unfortunate.
But this is the fourth one. It's kind of a reset because it's a new Captain America. We even covered the previous series, even though we've covered a Disney Plus series.
No, we really do need to cover. I'm down to cover Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I had to remember what it was actually called.
Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
No, it needs to be Captain America and the White Wolf, but Disney's stupid.
Yeah,
so.
but in the end, it's called Captain America.
Yeah,
and
they should have changed it to the White Wolf at the end because he's not the Winter Soldier. He hasn't been the Winter Soldier.
He's a congressman now, so fuck off.
True. Yeah, that is insane to me that we.
He's about the same age as normal ones, so it's fine.
I just mean we willingly elected a Russian sleeper agent as a congressman in this universe. That's
like,
so
we willingly elected a Russian sleeper agent.
Probably.
In this universe.
Okay, so have you seen other people talking about this movie much?
People are shitting on this film.
So I saw somebody today. I'm not going to call out who they are because I'm not trying to be a douchebag.
Was Jake?
No, but I saw somebody say that they thought this movie sucked. And I said, why? And they said everything from directing to writing to acting to visuals to... It's like, okay, no, you don't deserve to talk to me if you think every part of this movie was bad. You don't deserve an opinion.
One big issue with this film, and that's about it.
My issue isn't even with the movie.
It's what people talk about around the movie?
No. It's with Disney and the way they marketed this movie.
That too, because this film is
so bad.
It revolves around the tense situation around Ross, and they just spoil it in the marketing.
The very first trailer, like the first thing you see is Red Hulk. Like, this isn't a spoiler. Everyone knows Red Hulk is in this movie. But the entire plot of the movie is framed in such a way that you are not supposed to know that Ross is Red Hulk. Like, that's supposed to be a big reveal, but that is ruined by the way they marketed this. And this is one of the few films where you couldn't avoid the marketing for it. It was everywhere, which is bad. Because normally I avoid trailers because I know shit like that happens. Other than normally I watch like the first one. So like the Fantastic Four trailer that just came out. Because normally the first trailer doesn't actually have anything. When you go back to the first trailer, you realize, oh, 90% of it was from the first 5 minutes and none of it mattered. Yeah. But this took the big reveal of the movie and put it in the trailer. And also the entire marketing, real quick, being like Red Hulk hitting the shield. Sam's not a super soldier. If Red Hulk hit just the shield, Sam dies. Yes.
No.
Yeah.
In the movie, the shield absorbs all kinetic energy.
Yeah, it absorbs the kinetic energy. That's still not how energy works, though. He would just smash through the shield and kill Sam, which is why when you actually watch the movie, the scene that you see from the trailer of just the fist hitting the shield never happens. He is completely enclosed by the wings that are being dug into the ground, because if he didn't do that, he would have died.
Dude, I love how they use the wings in this fucking movie.
Dude, it's so good.
It fucks with the wing action, and it's why I'm like, I see online everyone's shitting on this film, and they never give me a good reason. They're like,
no,
this thing. I'm like, tell me why. Tell me a fucking reason why. Because every time I'm watching, I think about this film. I'm like looking at the action. I'm like, this action fucks. They're absolutely going balls to the wall with. Yes, Steve has the super soldier serum. You can do a lot of things with that. But Sam having the wings, you can do even more with that.
Yeah.
It makes the action.
And I love that the
faster.
serum is still brought up all the time.
It's a funny running joke.
it's a running joke, but also like later when Sam's just like, I should have taken the serum.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't do this. I love that. The fact that he's just like, I don't know. I loved it. And I loved Bucky's response. And I loved that entire scene. I'm a little upset at Sam, though.
Why?
When Bucky said, love you, buddy, and Sam just stood there. Say it back, you bitch. I hate you. No, I have a feeling we're going to get Sam in Thunderbolts for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, probably.
To basically just to say that. I feel like that'll be the running bit now.
I'm fine with it.
But so moving back to the beginning of this movie, I really wish I would have had time to watch The Incredible Hulk again before I went. This is more an Incredible Hulk sequel than a Captain America sequel. Like, it is a Captain America movie, but it is also an Incredible Hulk sequel. You really needed to know what was going on in Incredible Hulk to really get it.
I don't hate that. I don't hate the idea of it being a spiritual Incredible Hulk
I'm cool
sequel.
with that. I just wish I could have watched it before I went.
Well, Incredible Hulk is one of my it's not one of the best ones, but it's one of my favorite MCU films.
It's like me with Love and Thunder.
The movie. Yeah.
It's not one of the best, but I love it.
I know it's not great, but like I fucking adore it. I watch it every year. I know it, like they're like that guy. I'm like, I know everyone.
I know these guys.
I have no problem with it, and I don't think it's like that isolating when you're like, I don't know these people. They kind of rerun it for you for a second.
Yeah, I just want it. Like, normally I go into whatever Marvel movie I'm watching, having watched like the important movies or shows for that character going in, and this time I didn't get to do that for any of the characters going in because I've kind of been stuck at this desk. And watching movies while sitting here has been really awkward and weird. I don't much like it.
You've only done one. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's like two people in the screen the whole time.
It's really awkward and weird.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Me no likey. But I appreciate that they didn't acknowledge that Harrison Ford is not the same Ross, though I kind of thought they were going to, having this be a multiversal, still in the multiverse saga. I kind of figured they would just be like, yeah, something happened. New Ross now. I
love the fake mustache he put on him in the little fucking sequence. It's not good, and I'm like, honestly, I don't give a fuck.
That honestly would have helped me more if you were making it a multiversal thing and he had like showed up trying to pretend he was the same guy. Fake mustache. They told me lose the mustache or lose the election. It's like, you know what? Fair.
Yeah, real.
I could never vote for a guy with a mustache.
Which is weird because that's like the opposite of what happened with Lincoln back in like 1800s. A little girl told him to grow a beard to win the election.
But yeah, I think the entire. Okay, so what was your other major gripe with this movie? I'm intrigued.
So my major gripe is that the Israel-born widow.
Yeah.
Which, first of all, fuck that.
Yeah, why?
She cannot fucking act.
No.
It is so fucking bad.
Every time she talked, it took me out of the movie.
I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Especially,
or don't be
We met so many cool widows in the Black Widow movie.
Exactly.
Pick any of them.
Be Agent 13 or whatever her fucking name is. I know there's. I don't remember what exactly happened. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what happened in Falcon and Winter Soldier, like precisely.
She doesn't work for the government anymore.
Okay, but you know what else happened?
I guess Ross still might have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ross is kind of like off his hinge, like always. So, Could just be Carter. You could just picture her like, pop.
It also could have just. Okay, no, hold on. Let's be smart here. It should have been Yelena.
It could have been Yelena. Yeah, absolutely.
She's literally joining a group named after the douchebag in the next movie. Like, it should have been Yelena. It should have been. Yeah.
But then, like, now let's go with the Israel-born superhero named after a tragedy.
Dude, when I barely remember a comic book character, it's not an important comic book character. I remember a lot of dumb
She didn't need to be in this movie.
No.
She didn't need to be at all. They could have just left her out.
And it would have been a better story to have it be Yelena or Agent Carter or any of the other widows we've already met, because those make sense.
Exactly. So that's my biggest gripe with it, is that she can't act.
I had
bad choice
one
in the film.
major flaw that was like with the actual movie. The CGI when she goes or when they're with the CG, not the CGI, the fight scene at the end with Red Hulk and Sam when they're on the point with all the cherry blossoms.
Yeah.
You can tell that is that stupid screen room that Disney, I don't remember what they call that stupid place, but
my God, I don't know what it's called either.
It's worse than just a green screen and CGI.
Oh, I hate that thing.
I think this is the first time I've ever noticed, but it's like, that is not the background Sam is in.
I've noticed it before.
With CGI, normally I can my brain can at least be convinced that they're there, except for like in Black Panther, during the final fight in Black Panther when the CGI is atrocious. But it's like,
because they're rubbery.
Yeah. But like right here, it's like, that's not where they are. And like, it's annoying because Red Hulk looks incredible. I mean, so does the Hulk every time he's on screen. But you know what I mean? Like, the CGI's, well, okay, most of the time when he's on screen, I don't normally have problems with the Hulk.
Ruffalo's Hulk looks weird to me, and I don't know what it is.
I think that's just his head's kind of small. I'm not even kidding. Because when he becomes Smart Hulk and his body's less big, he looks normal. But when he's regular Hulk, his head's kind of shrunk down. It's very strange.
Yeah. Ruffalo's Hulk.
But like the CGI is fine. It just like the design of the character is weird, and that's different. But like, the screen thing, I don't know how much it's actually better than CGI for the budget of movies or any of that, but it's
budget's great.
But it's like, I don't know if it lowers the budget enough to make it worth it, because it does not look right.
The only time it ever looks good, in my opinion, is if it's like dark and gloomy, like The Mandalorian.
I was gonna say, I don't ever remember seeing it in The Mandalorian, but I know they used it.
Yeah, that first scene when they're like the bar and everything like that, like wherever he goes, I don't fucking remember. But like, it's all gloomy, it's dark, it's storming. It works well there. It never looks well with sunlight. When it comes with the sunlight, it looks fucking awful, and that's what happened with CGI. So hopefully, over time, if they continue to use it, they'll figure out how to fucking use it.
Like, I don't think it's a bad idea to use. It's just in certain scenes, it really is like they're not there.
Yeah,
and it takes me out. Yeah.
But I didn't really have many gripes besides like the one chick can't fucking act.
Yeah. I don't think
she's so tiny too.
So here's my thought. I think the majority of people, there's a new Marvel tax. So the Marvel tax used to be, if a movie came out and was like a 7 out of 10, when it was Marvel, it would be a 9, 9.5, and people would be like, it's a nearly perfect movie. But now a movie like Brave New World comes out and is a 7 out of 10. Like, it's pretty good. Like, there's some issues. It's not perfect. It's not the best Captain America movie, not close. The best Captain America movie is one of the best movies ever.
I would say third.
Sure.
Which isn't a bad thing when you're putting in those movies. That's like a fucking,
Captain America movies are incredible. So like,
that's like when you put Dark Knight Rises, which I know you prefer, but like the Dark Knight Rises compared to the rest of the Dark Knight trilogy, you're like, that's a good movie, but you're pairing it up with the rest of the trilogy.
Sure. Which one's Rises? Is that the one with Bane? I never remember. I just remember that whole trilogy kind of as one thing. It's just one gloopy mess. So, but like now a 7 out of 10 becomes like a 4 out of 10, and people just shit all over it. And then,
which is funny because I remember being like phase 1 through 3, I was like always like, hey, this is a good movie. It's not like a 9 out of 10. There's like very rare I give that to, like Winter Soldier, yes. But like people would be like, Iron Man 3 is a fucking like 10 out of 10. I'm like, are we sure? Are we watching the same movie?
I'm trying to remember, what are the actual best Marvel movies? God, we're gonna have to do a Marvel run. Grayson, we may have to discuss things because I'm beginning to lean towards agreeing with you for the end of the year. But if we're switching it, we're gonna end up just watching every Marvel movie ever.
I'm fine with that.
We're gonna watch all 30 of them.
That's fine. I prefer it over what you have planned.
Things keep happening and it's driving me nuts. You know how it is.
Can I find find fucking Marvel movies?
Can you find fuck? No, you can't find fuck.
So like, what are you what are you trying to ask?
I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of the actual best Marvel movies.
Like, of all time in general?
Yeah. Because Winter Soldier is obviously up there. Honestly, I think the first Avengers, not Captain America, the first Avengers movie as a whole, honestly, was like nearly perfect.
I'd swap those two.
Really?
I love the first Avenger.
The first Avenger's great. I think I'm not like ranking them. I'm just saying, like the first Avengers movie is so good.
When's the last time you watched the first Avengers film?
I don't know, man. Why?
It doesn't age really well. It's very, very slow, and it's full of Whedon. And Whedon's weird.
That's fair. What am I doing? I wanted to see the IMDb page for this movie.
This movie had a bunch of misinformation placed all around it.
I'm sure it did.
Like people were like $300 million budget. I'm like, it's actually like 180, which is typical for Marvel.
Yeah, I got really annoyed because I saw somebody else criticizing Anthony Mackie's marketing for this movie because
by saying Captain America is Captain America.
By saying Captain America like shouldn't stand for America, which is accurate. I'm sorry. Fucking Chris Evans said the same thing. And I'm sorry. If you haven't read a comic book, your opinion to me is invalid. I don't care about your opinion.
I've read Captain America in forever, and I still know that shit.
But it's like the entire point of literally every Captain America movie is him specifically fighting the American government.
Except for the first one. Because he's facing Nazis, which is now the American government. So.
But no, even in the first Avenger, he goes against orders every fucking second of that movie. Yeah. Like, he is fighting the American government so he can fight the Nazis. Like, that is what's happening. That is what he is doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, sorry, I just saw the fucking poster for Brave New World, and it's fucking
Red Hulk and Captain America in front of him.
God damn it.
The marketing is very annoying.
That poster's sick, though.
Oh, absolutely. That's like an after the movie gets released poster, like a week, or when this comes out, it'll be a week after the movie comes out. So, like, that's when you release the poster.
Yeah. I might have to buy that poster.
It fucks.
It's so good.
It fucks.
But
oh,
go ahead.
I mean, if you have, I was just gonna say, I love this movie because it's a certified spy thriller, which I think that's why they pulled out Red Hulk so early in the marketing. Because I don't know if you go to the general audience and hey, here's a spy thriller that's not Mission Impossible, they might not bite. Especially when the current state of Marvel, which has always been the state of Marvel, has been, hey, we hit some bangers, we hit some mid, and there might be one miss.
What do you think is the one miss?
Recently, Eternals, in my opinion. I know
I liked Eternals, but I'm weird. I'm weird.
I turned that off. I was like,
see,
fuck this.
I'm weird. Do you like a comic book movie has to be extra bad for me to turn it off, and so I
was bored.
Sure, I understand.
And that's the biggest sin of a movie. If a movie's boring to me, that's like worse than a bad film. I watched Madam Web all the way through. I was entertained. I hated it, but it was. I was at least entertained. I was not bored a single second, no matter what.
I gotta go look. What was the first trailer for Winter Soldier? Did it have? Oh, why am I not?
It didn't reveal that. Like, I don't think it revealed that Hydra was Hydra.
Did it reveal that Bucky was in the movie?
Yeah, it revealed Winter Soldier.
It did. It did. Okay.
It's Captain America It's Captain America the Winter Soldier.
Well, I guess yeah. I mean that is right in the title. But did it reveal any Hydra? Anything?
I remember a Bucky thing being in it, like Bucky.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if they said Bucky.
I don't think that actually matters. I don't.
Well, I mean, if you read a comic, it's Bucky.
Right. I think, yeah, I mean, that trailer's much better. I think you can do a spy thriller trailer. The like actual villain, you needed to watch Incredible Hulk from 2008.
Which I don't need to. It's like one of the movies I just religiously
that's
watch.
how you know who that villain is. But I do appreciate this movie really still running through like why he exists. You don't get everything, but like it tells you like this is what happened, this is how he became this is why he's going after Ross. And I'm glad it explains that. But yeah, if you didn't recently watch Incredible Hulk, or you aren't Grayson and it's not one of your favorite movies, then you need like. I mean,
people forget about Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. It's
I
not
love the film
best.
though.
Like we said, it's not a good movie, but sometimes those are the most enjoyable, or they're just tied to something in your life that makes you like, I love this. Fuck you. Like me with Love and Thunder. I will never not like if I get a chance to watch that movie, I'm watching it. I don't really go out of my way to watch movies ever. Like I don't sit down and go, I'm watching a movie tonight. So it's not like I just turn on Love and Thunder, because I don't turn on movies. Right. That is why this show exists. Literally, that is why. To force me to watch some shit, man.
Yeah.
Me with Spider-Man 3, even though I know it's a mess. See, like, yeah, that's
it's a guilty pleasure. We know it's bad, but we enjoy it all the less.
Yep.
Nonetheless.
All the less. Yes, we enjoy it less. All less.
Nonetheless. No, but like I think that general audiences are somehow pissed at Marvel for being Marvel and doing what Marvel has been doing. And a spy thriller isn't the most exciting thing unless you're Mission Impossible. So I don't think audiences are gonna bite, especially which I think is stupid because The Winter Soldier is a spy thriller.
Yeah. Literally, Marvel is at its best doing spy thrillers.
Yeah, I mean, I think Captain America thrives in that environment best, which is weird to say for Captain fucking America, because it's like you think of him as the fucking, he's the war hero.
Yeah, dude, I love Sam as Cap. I really do. I
enjoy it.
I even like his speeches. Now, I do love that they make jokes about Bucky's speeches. I wish somebody would hear his just once and be like, man, you still got to work on that a little. Because that's
what he did say.
Right. But it's like the speech in Winter Soldier, like the price of freedom is high. Yeah. That speech, it's like, I don't know if we're ever topping that in Marvel, dude. That makes me want to go start fighting Hydra in that moment. I'm ready, man. The new Falcon guy, yeah. Joaquin. Yep.
I like Sam as Cap because he's human.
Yeah.
There's a thing where like I think people get lost in when it comes to like talking about superheroes, is that the best heroes are the one we can relate to most. Sam's a human trying to live up to a godly figure. That's hard enough. We try to do it every day of our lives to try to live up to our expectations. That's what he's living up to. Spider-Man's best because he has to live with girlfriend issues and paying rent and shit like that. That's what heroes are.
I think that's why people fell in love with Iron Man, at least in the Marvel universe, is because like Iron Man 3, right? Iron Man 2. When does he start having panic attacks?
3.
Thank you.
Because of the invasion of New York.
Like showing that. I think that is the movie, even though it's maybe not the best of the Iron Man movies, is like the one where people really latch on to Iron Man because like that is the most human he's ever been. And yeah, he's genius and billionaire and has this suit and almost can't die, but also he's just a guy. And all of the stress of all of this is really fucking him up. And that's why we that's one of the main reasons we probably won't get another Hulk film. That and Universal's stupid, but
to say Universal won't give it to us. We can do Hulk has a lot of issues. He's got all the issues.
No, I know, but I would love. They need to keep doing movies like this and just make Hulk a secondary character, but have him doing things more. I don't know. I don't know if it's a Ruffalo not wanting to do them thing or just not wanting to deal with Universal at all.
I think it's Marvel not wanting to deal with the whole legal issues.
Yeah.
Because Universal's probably like, oh, you can't use Hulk in this situation. He's in the movie too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to break this movie down. It's unfortunate. I normally like to watch 2 or 3 times, and that's just not happening. Or like be able to like rewind and like, wait, what happened there? I want to catch everything, and I just can't do that. I also was dying a little.
I didn't watch anything between this, and, like us reviewing and watching the movie, so I'm pretty like refreshed.
Yeah, I just played 14 hours of Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. So the first step in the movie, he breaks into this like Mexico church area to steal adamantium that was the Japanese, because Sidewinder, who's Giancarlo
Esposito.
Thank you. Stole it from a mystery buyer that never showed up. And then they're like, oh, we'll steal the adamantium back, blah, 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 you know. And you get to see the new Falcon in full action, which is, I'm sold on him. He's great. Like, his character's amazing. But his action as the Falcon is, when you have the guy who was originally Falcon,
I think that's
as Captain America. Yeah, but I'm like, why is he just going pew 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 pew? Well, let's get some like actual action here. Like, let's see him fuck some people up.
But yeah, it's kind of decided, or not decided. It's revealed later that the actual bad guy who stole the adamantium in the first place, and then was also the buyer for, who hired people to steal it, and then was their buyer, so he was going to pay them twice, I guess. Was the leader, not our leader, but the leader.
The leader,
Samuel Stearns. Which I barely remember him at all being in the first Hulk, but I haven't seen the Incredible Hulk since like 2012.
He's not in it much, but like we leave off on him getting like the blood into his like wound, and it's like his head starts bubbling. So
his design is very different than the comics.
I have a theory why.
Please do tell.
People got upset at Big Face MODOK, and they said, let's pull a 360 on this. Let's not make sure he's got a big head. Let's just make the brain come out, because that makes sense to their skull. I think they were like, let's not try this again.
You know what? That is fair. I gotta relook at MODOK. I don't remember how bad it was or good it was.
It's just a blown
or
up
did
face.
I care?
Kind of like, I didn't give a shit. It looked like MODOK.
Yeah, no, that looks like face. The actor's face is kind of goofy, but I don't think that's a Marvel issue. I just think the actor's face is kind of goofy.
It's the audience being dumb and not realizing, hey, there's some limitations here.
But like that looks like MODOK. I don't know. Yeah,
it's okay. In like 10 years, we'll get MODOK 2, and it'll be actual MODOK.
What about second MODOK?
I don't remember what MODOK's actual name is.
Like what MODOK stands for?
No, I know what it stands for. I'm trying to find like what's his actual like
Darren
name.
My name is Darren, and I'm not a dick. That is literally his.
No, it's
one
George
quote.
Tarleton in the comics.
I thought you meant in the MCU because it was Darren.
I know it's Darren Cross. Yeah.
Because my name is Darren and I am not a dick. Hey man, he just kept yelling that at Kang for some reason.
Quantumanium is
a movie of all time.
I don't think it's a bad movie. I think there's certain parts that you can just pull out of the fucking film, but that's just me.
Well, so the issue is Quantumania just doesn't matter anymore.
Well, yeah, I think for the best, I don't like Jonathan Majors.
Sure. But
it's Doom in here, but the actual main actor.
It makes me upset though. Not because like Jonathan Majors. It's just because it not doing well and the Jonathan Majors thing means we're just not actually gonna get Kang, and that makes me upset. Kang is such a cool character.
I think they would have recast it if people were biting on Kang, and no one was biting on Kang.
Right.
I don't remember.
Well, because a lot of Kang set. Okay. Well, because it becomes really hard to set a guy up as a Thanos level villain.
When you kill him.
Well, not just when you kill him. When Ant-Man beats him in a solo movie.
I'm saying you kill him.
How is he an Avengers level threat if just Ant-Man handles it? I get the Wasp was there too,
Kang.
but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Which about second Kang? Yes, but I just like the whole thing with Thanos is all of the little appearances leading up. He's too powerful. Like you made it abundantly clear that he was an Avengers level threat.
Yeah.
You even mostly did that with Loki. Like, you made it so it wasn't just, one guy could take him out, other than maybe Thor, but Thor, you made it clear it's his brother. Thor can't just do it. Like, that was the trick with Loki. It's like, Thor could, but he can't. And then, I'm trying to think of other characters. I'm a little worried about what the plan is going to be for the Fantastic Four.
What do you mean?
It's going to have Galactus in it.
Yes.
If the Fantastic Four actually just beats him, you can never use Galactus again. So and that makes me a little sad.
Here's my theory. Theory brain right here.
I'm here for a theory brain.
Fantastic Four takes place in a like not the R616 universe that we've been watching. It takes place in a secondary universe. Galactus is going to try to eat that planet. They're going to realize they can't beat him, and they're going to like pull some like, oh fuck, let's like pull out this thing that we've been building up to throughout the whole film, and it actually warps them into a different plane. They leave Galactus on accident to eat that planet. So Galactus can show up again. Galactus is never
and then defeated. The Fantastic Four show up in our universe, and then someday we get Galactus, and he can be a real. Okay, yes. You know what? I respect that. Did I tell you my theory that Reed Richards isn't going to have his powers until like maybe the end of the movie?
Why would he not have it?
I think he's.
So that long chalkboard scene, I think they just cut off his arm because they didn't want to show it off because it looked wonky at that point in time.
Maybe. I just think watching the trailer, he seems to feel more guilty than Reed normally does about what happened.
Well,
I think he caused them all to get powers and get all goofy, and he didn't get them. Whether he didn't go on the first mission or something went wrong in a different way. But like the first mission where they go to space, he doesn't get powers and everybody else does. So the entire movie is him trying to fix it, leading to the moment that causes him to get his powers towards the end. I think Reed doesn't have them most of the movie. Maybe I'm wrong and you're right. In the trailer, he's using them and they just were like, it looks like shit, we're not going to show it. Because we know Marvel does that with trailers. Never take the trailer at face value. Everything you see is probably a lie. It's Marvel. Unless it was Brave New World, and then there's only one lie, and it's fucking stupid. The stupid shield. Man, Sam's arm would have snapped in half.
But it takes the kinetic energy and disperses it. That's what it does. That's the whole point, which is stupid because I know it can.
But like, it doesn't because you can still move the shield, and that's the issue. The reason Cap could tank that hit is because he's a super soldier.
But like,
But even Cap gets bitched most of the time by these like actual strongmen.
Let me tell you, the shield never made sense because it says it absorbs all kinetic energy and disperses it. If he threw it at something, it would drop.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense. It's comic books, you just accept it. You just accept it. It's comic book.
Spider-Man said it best in Civil War. That doesn't make any like physical sense or whatever it says. I don't fucking remember.
This thing doesn't obey the laws of physics at all.
Exactly. That's what it is. So.
I don't know why I remember that line, but yeah.
I don't like Civil War. We can talk about it.
I love Civil War. I can't wait. Well, okay. I love it, but I hate it. We'll get there. You know what? I think we should just decide to do all the Marvel movies starting in November and until they're done. Thoughts?
No.
What do you mean no?
Remember how sick I got of Star Wars?
Yeah, but that's the thing. At least with the Marvel movies, you aren't watching the same characters all the time. Because, you start with Cap and then you go to other Cap, but this time space. Captain America and then Captain Marvel. I just want to offend people by also calling her Cap because I know somebody will get upset about that.
I love the Marvels, so fuck off.
And then, you get Iron Man and the Hulk and see, that's like 4 different things right there. That's not the same at all.
I'll eventually get sick of it. Trust me.
Yeah, well, I don't care about you.
If you gotta hit me in the perfect spot where I'm like in my hyper fixation of Marvel at that point in time, and then I'll bounce back into it.
There you go. We got it. We'll be all right. You'll get it.
All right.
You'll get there.
I'm in Pokemon right now, so fuck off.
Well, good thing we're talking about 10 months from now.
Back to the Brave New World.
Oh, yes.
I if they didn't ruin the if I heard about how they built up to Ross being Red Hulk, so I kind of put my blinders on of Red Hulk doesn't exist, Red Hulk doesn't exist. And,
I tried.
I enjoyed it more wholeheartedly. I was fully invested. Oh, what's this? I'm okay, those pills gotta deal with Red Hulk somehow. But it was I could fully enjoy the film without being
I love that it turned out that the pills, my initial thought was they were suppressing the Red Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought they were doing. So they kind of got me in a way with that because I thought every time he took them was just to keep the Red Hulk from happening. But no, the pills were keeping him alive from his heart failing, but they were also full of gamma, so they were creating the Red Hulk. I think that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I also love that the leader being able to predict everything wasn't entirely able to predict Captain America, because that to me is the point of Captain America, because he doesn't act how you would expect people to act, because he does. It's why Steve got picked over everyone else, even though he wasn't the best at fucking anything. He morally made the right decisions, no matter what they were. That was the point. And that has always been the point. And that's the point with Sam, and I love it. I also love that he's not afraid to talk shit. He actually curses. I think it's funny. That's my Captain America right there.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, I like Sam as Cap more because I think he's more relatable than God.
The big guy at the beginning, where he's laying there, he's ribs broken, and he's do you need a second? And he's nope, let's get this over with. I got shit to do today. So good. Also,
they just fractured the guy's arm.
The I don't know what the blades big dude were. I don't know what the actual blades were. I don't know if they were just a regular knife or whatever. Were those made out of adamantium? How the fuck did they cut Cap's suit?
Cap's suit's not made out of anything. It's cloth. His wings are made out of vibranium.
He got the entire suit from Wakanda.
Doesn't mean they fucking made all of it fucking vibranium.
Why not? They literally have infinite vibranium.
Okay, Geek, I'm gonna tell you this. When you give something to the U.S. government...
Sam's not the U.S. government.
Maybe. I know. But the U.S. government has gotten their hands on his wings and his suit before. That's maybe true. Let's not give him all the vibranium. Let's give him like the wings that could help in combat.
Sure.
When he'll need them.
But to me, it's also his reaction when it gets cut. The like, what the fuck? That made me think that, like, maybe I'm just reading too much into it.
I think you are.
But to me, it was like I thought it was a setup for adamantium being like the thing.
So this movie is not
I don't know.
Subtle with symbolism. I think him getting cut in the star is like, hey, we know, like he's like, I don't know if I'm up to be Cap. Like it's a small amount of symbolism. And this movie has a lot of symbolism. It throws it in your face.
Yeah.
I mean, they throw a black man to the ground, go a little rough with him.
People are stupid. You have to be obvious with it.
Well, yeah. When Kendrick is getting lambasted for a
and we're
bad
so. I am upset that they changed his suit. I know you got to get a new suit every fucking movie.
This was actually Anthony Mackie's request.
Well, I don't care about the I know he wanted to change the cowl. Get rid of the cowl on the other suit. I just think like the rest of the other suit just looks better.
I didn't mind it. It just kind of looked like Civil War cap. Like that type of suit. Like mixed with maybe Avengers cap.
Civil War cap is my least favorite cap suit.
It's a bad suit, yeah. I mean, wait, you liked the Avengers suit?
It was
where he looks trapped in it.
Yeah, so the like actual look of it wasn't great, but it also like was really comic booky, and I loved it.
I guess so. Just like
my favorite Captain America suit though is still Endgame, because it's the most
First Avenger.
The First Avenger is fine. Like I don't hate it. I just the scales. Endgame finally giving him the scales. It wins for me.
The First Avenger mixes comic accuracy with the time period and kind of pushes them together perfectly. Sure. It's like I love it.
But yeah, the suit at the beginning of because he just doesn't have the cowl and is wearing the original suit at the beginning of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So like, just keep him in that. I love that suit.
It's Toy Tales.
We didn't get a full movie of him in that suit. We got one episode of it just makes me sad.
Hey Geek, here's a spoiler for Spider-Man 4. He's not keeping that suit from the end of No Way Home. He's not going to.
We never even got to see him in the suit.
See what's gonna happen? He's gonna get the Venom suit like 5 minutes into the film.
I'm cool with that.
I hope he keeps it throughout the whole film, and then the next film is him dealing with Venom. But like, yeah, that's my spoiler for you.
Marvel
I can tell you.
Marvel is either incredible with their suits or it sucks.
Let's get a movie soon. Shang-Chi's gonna get a new suit.
Okay, that's fine. Like his was good, but like you can do more with it. I'm cool with that.
Upcoming Marvel movie.
I don't know. The Thunderbolts. I don't really care. None of them really have a iconic suit.
Everyone's getting new suits in Doomsday.
Well, that kind of makes sense, but also, I don't know, man. I don't care.
Already has a new suit.
I'm upset. I'm upset. I don't know.
Daredevil's already getting a new suit.
Tom getting 4 movies minimum doesn't sit right with you. Why?
What?
Steven, he's upset that
because Toby didn't get 4. Fuck off.
He's I don't know.
I'm an Angel fan. Fuck you.
I'm also, but like
his first 2 were great.
No, they didn't. I understand the point some people make about the Spider-Man movies being like those two, because they are the least Spider-Man of any Spider-Man movies ever.
Homecoming's fucking great. Fuck off with it's a great movie, but not a great Spider-Man movie. It's a good fucking Spider-Man movie. Especially Hulk and Homecoming. I would defend Homecoming with my fucking dick.
I just hate that you never see him build his suits. He's just gifted them by Tony, and that hurts my soul. I hate that, dude. I don't care. In every universe, well, except I guess Toby and Andrew's, they exist. But like in most Spider-Man universes, there are these other people who could figure out the suits, and he still does it himself. So I don't know, man. He could have done something else.
He could have. Absolutely.
But like, that's my great. The movie as a whole is fine. I just am mad.
Exactly. Homecoming's a great Spider-Man film.
You don't even see him get bit. You don't need an origin story for a character whose origin has been told 7 times on screen.
You need to see Bruce Wayne's parent get killed again? I don't need Superman's home planet to get blown up again. It's those type of things. It's just, you don't need to see shit again.
No, I'm cool with it. At this point, if we're getting origins, it needs to be for a new character, and that's it. It's
like, even Fantastic Four. It's probably they're gonna gloss over. Hey, haters, so we get powers.
No, actually, I think the Fantastic Four is gonna really show us how they get their powers.
I think it's gonna go like 2 years real quick because they have thing masks in the trailer. So they've been certified superheroes for quite a bit of time.
Yeah. All right. What else? Sorry, we need to go back to the movie we're actually here for. I apologize.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I love those wings, man. That's gonna be my big thing. It's like the wing combat and like the visuals of the wings are fucking dope.
I love, because you were talking about Joaquin not being as good with the wings and stuff. I kind of love that because they make a point of it in the movie. Yeah. He keeps asking, "How the fuck do you do that?" And Sam's like, "You're not ready. you ain't ready to know that."
I just think you can be a little more complicated, even showing novice stuff. Make like, I don't know, but like just pew pew, fly by, pew pew pew, fly by. That's boring.
But like, go watch. Okay,
he's a fighter pilot. Make him do fucking aerial rolls. What are they called? Barrel rolls. They're not barrel rolls because
he did. But he kept doing shit like that. It's just not as impressive as what Sam's doing.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, you can make it more exhilarating.
Go watch Shang-Chi again and watch everybody that's not Shang-Chi fight. They all look like idiots because Shang-Chi is so good at fighting. That is how that is supposed to work.
I know. I'm all there.
Golly. Yeah, I don't need that trivia. Incredible. Thank you.
Do you think a big problem with people that, like, when they watch the movies because they don't understand the political landscape of things and how politics works?
Or they're just... I don't think it's that people don't understand. I think it's that they actively...
disengage.
Like, they just don't want to acknowledge any of it in fiction or in real life. Which is why we have all of the problems we do today, but that's... I was going to say that's not important, but like it really is, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
Me and you aren't fixing that part with this fucking podcast episode, let me tell you.
You know what? Yes, we are. Fuck you. Let's elect Anthony Mackie to president.
But I also love that this movie, and I'm sure we'll see more of Ross later, but I love that this movie really starts to show Ross growing and like changing as a person, even with the Red Hulk stuff.
Yeah, so I love,
even early in the movie, they're showing a different, like Ross is trying to be better. He still stumbles along the way, but he's trying.
But when everything gets leaked, when he's at the podium, and he's getting pulled away by his staff, and he's getting pissed, obviously, because he's getting pulled away. He's like, but what he's saying is that I need to tell them the truth. I need to tell them what happened to me and why I did these things, and I need to
let me explain
with everyone.
Yeah,
and like that moment, I'm like, okay, yeah, they're actually shifting this character to be like someone who's trying to do the best for everyone, and not be,
and then actually having it end with him giving up the presidency and accepting his punishment. And
who's the president?
I'm so intrigued.
They're not going to tell us.
Not for a bit. They're going
to do the same thing with the Avengers Tower. We found out Avengers Tower got sold in 2017, and we found out now.
Did we?
Thunderbolts have it.
Oh. Right.
or whatever her name is, Vanessa Veronica, whatever.
Why does she have? I'm so that movie. Everything
I'm
about that
so
movie
excited.
confuses me. I
don't
hate
care.
this though.
I'm so excited for it.
You know what I hate? This
Yeah.
movie kind of spoils something, I think.
What
They
you mean?
keep calling Bucky the Winter Soldier in the Thunderbolts trailers.
Yeah.
And I was like, how did they re-break his brain? Wakanda fixed it. The U.S. government now has access.
Did I name him? Yeah.
No, well, yes, but the U.S. government now has access
Yeah.
to the leader's mind control shit.
Yeah.
Which also leads to much more intrigue throughout all of these movies. Because I guess they've decided Skrulls aren't important again.
No, because it failed.
Right.
That's what Marvel does. When something fails, they
Right.
leave it behind. And they're like, oh, in 15 years, let's revisit the Incredible Hulk.
So
that movie wasn't bad.
What are
Or
they gonna
either-
do to have all of these characters be able to not entirely be themselves? Oh, this mind control thing that works on every person ever.
It's not even their genetic makeup or whatever.
Yeah. And with superheroes, I promise the government has some of their genetic makeup because in every fight they're bleeding somewhere.
Yeah. This would get a lot more blood than I thought it would have.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Sam
got
stabbed a lot.
Well, yeah, I think they're trying to show him, hey, he's human.
Yeah, no. But like, I just hate it. Not this movie or any of that. I hate the mind control thing. I just wanted, can I get more than one show of Bucky as the White Wolf instead of being mind controlled bad guy? It makes me sad.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yeah.
Real quick. When's the last time they called him the White Wolf?
In Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
How many times have they called him the White Wolf?
Technically, only the Wakandans and then him to Sam have ever called him that.
That's the point.
But he should lean into it.
He's not going to.
But he should.
Not going to.
But he should.
I think he should too, because a White Wolf is from the winter,
Yeah, it's a whole. There's so much there.
They're not going to lean into it.
They really could lean into it because Sam could just call him that, and then everybody has to listen because fucking Cap said so. That's how that works.
I saw a dumb question get presented on Twitter. Good. They didn't say Captain America. They said, should Sam Wilson lead the Avengers in Doomsday? Yeah, he's putting together the Avengers again.
So he's literally assembling them.
He's literally the guy.
He's actively going Avengers Assemble right now.
He's literally Nick Fury in the situation.
So far, we have Falcon, but I'm sure there will be more here. I have a feeling we're getting Ironheart.
She-Hulk.
I hope so. I really am intrigued.
But fuck you.
I kind of hope we get She-Hulk and regular Hulk. I don't know how long they want to run with the Smart Hulk thing, though.
No, they need him to go fucking batshit again.
Dude, I don't know how they make it make sense because you need to introduce so many characters to finally do it. I just so badly want World War Hulk. Just one time.
You don't need that many.
Yeah, because you need like all of the Inhumans to make it make sense. And then you also need the Illuminati to get reassembled. And none of them currently exist.
You don't really need to. They've bent the rules. I mean,
I know, but it's okay. To me, it's
not
not
a proper adaptation in the MCU anymore. It doesn't exist.
No, I know, but to me, it can't be World War Hulk if we don't get the Black Bolt scene. Because everybody's like, "Oh, Black Bolt can stop him. This is gonna be fine. We're not worried." And then the moon gets shattered. We're getting a version of Miles Morales. Once they go to Battle World, for sure.
I think they're hoping that Beyond introduces a person, like a Miles Morales to use, but I don't think Beyond's coming out before.
I think they're just gonna pick one and call it good. Because like they can because that this part is gonna be like so reminiscent of the comics because Miles is not gonna have exist in the regular universe, but like the entire point of this Secret War is Battle World, which pulls people from. This is how we get the entire universe to fully reconnect again. That's where everyone joins into the main universe.
Yeah.
That's it. So we'll get Miles. We'll get Deadpool again. We'll get apparently Hugh Jackman staying as the Wolverine forever. So I guess we're getting Hugh Jackman. Because I read a thing, he signed a 10-year deal with Marvel now. So
what was the source?
No, I don't remember. I'm not saying it's accurate. I'm just saying I read a thing.
I know.
I'm not saying it like it's
on
fact.
Twitter I fucking hate because he's always non-factual. He doesn't have a source of his own, but everyone uses him as a source.
Right.
And I want to fucking punch people. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And it could have been that. So I'm not like fully saying that.
My issue with introducing Miles Morales, as much as I want to see it, is that Tom takes a lot of pieces from Miles.
True.
So I'm like,
you can still make it work fine.
You can, but
especially now. Because you've finally moved Tom on.
Yeah.
Because now he is going to be the, truly an adult Spider-Man, moved on. And by the time Battleworld comes around, he's going to be much older.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be fine. But I don't know.
This movie, I feel like a lot of people are kind of skipping on it, like on the fact of this. This sets up a lot of shit.
Yes, so much.
It feels like a Marvel movie where it doesn't feel like, hey, here's the shit we're trying to set up. It feels like, hey, we're gonna organically weave these things in to what we're trying to tell you guys.
Here's a bunch of hints to a bunch of things, and it's gonna be like some older Marvel movies where, man, they hinted at this thing and it never came. It's like, yeah, because that's not what people latched onto. They're going to take what they see people really grasping at and go, okay, we need to go here, here, and here with it.
I could probably tell you that Israeli widow probably won't show up again.
Nope.
Because people are like, fuck that shit. They probably like, we can't outright write her out now of this movie. We can't reshoot the whole film with her spots in it. So let's run with it. Let's take apart what we can. Maybe don't call her name.
Yeah.
Just call her the Israeli widow. And then move on with our day and say, we're not touching.
And they mostly just called her a Black Widow, other than explaining where she was from at the one point of the movie.
Yeah.
Because then they just go, yeah, she's a Black Widow. And Sam goes, yeah, you don't want to fuck with them. Which, like, you right. Just Black Widows in general. You just, yeah, I'm good. You know? Yeah. Especially knowing what the widows from the comics. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. But I love the amount of like going back to Ross, because I think Ross was like so important to this movie. But I love him battling with himself the entire movie, trying to get Sam on his side, but then getting a little angry and you're not Steve Rogers. You should have never been given the shield. You're not Captain America. And it's like, damn. I don't know. I love that it's a very human way of them doing a villain, because he's not just immediately flipped into good guy now. He is battling that part of him.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Also, I know a lot of people won't like it. I know you won't like it. I love how they don't talk about how he's burning things, because the Red Hulk in the comics runs at an insanely hot temperature and he starts burning shit. They don't explain it, and I'm kind of happy they don't. Sometimes you just kind of like, that's cool, fuck off.
Yeah. The people who know will know, and the people who don't won't, and that's okay.
Or they'll look it up and be like, oh, that's kind of fucking cool.
Yeah.
Dude, I I don't understand the hate behind this movie, because it's like everyone's like, it doesn't look good, bad directing, bad acting. I'm like, there's about one bad acting performance in this, but that's, I mean, the whole movie's bad acting.
Right.
But I'm like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, I would give this a solid B if I was on a
I was gonna say it's like a
scale.
7 out of 10.
It's a nice movie.
It's well above average. It's not perfect. It's not.
No.
It's not, when I'm making a list of my favorite MCU movies, it's probably not up there, but it's a fun time.
I MCU.
Okay, I'm not gonna say favorite. I'm gonna say like best MCU movies. Let's be more accurate here. But like, it's probably not gonna be up at the top of that list. It's not The Winter Soldier, but most Marvel movies aren't The Winter Soldier. Most Marvel movies aren't Infinity War. Like, that's just not what they are.
I would say, I've kind of held this opinion. It's like most Marvel movies are around the mid-range more than they are to the top range. And that doesn't mean they're not bad movies. That doesn't mean, I'm just saying that you can enjoy them. I love bad movies, trust me. You just have to recognize them for not being, hey, this is not fucking Oppenheimer. This isn't, your greatest movies of all time. This is a fantastic franchise full of fun characters.
Somehow they can sneak a couple of those in there, though.
Exactly. You get a Winter Soldier every so often. You get a fucking, in my opinion, like Homecoming.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. I
generally cannot, like. Sometimes I walk out of a movie and be like, "Damn, that was good," and I go online and it's like, "Did I watch the same fucking movie?" Right. And this is one of the movies. I'm like, either the MCU I hate has gone out of fucking hand.
It has,
or I'm just
things have. Well, that and people just being dumb has. Like, I kept seeing people mad, both like at scenes from this movie and scenes from old Captain America movies, where Cap definitely just killed some dudes.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, I thought he was supposed to be a hero. It's like, man, Batman and Superman have kind of fucked up people's perception of these heroes. Most superheroes don't have a no-kill rule.
Yeah, it's like Spider-Man, Superman, and Batman usually are the
and Spider-Man and Superman will kill if needed. Batman just won't, because Batman realizes he is right on that edge of becoming a villain, and if he does it, he just won't stop, which is the intrigue of Batman.
Yeah.
Because, like, Batman is, like, a villain doing good things. His entire character is built on fear. He says that all the time. Because that's the point of the Batman, is he's supposed to be the thing that makes criminals think twice.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's a villain. That's a villain monologue, dude. You are the bad guy.
And bro doesn't really ease up until, not even after Robin, until probably till the third Robin, when Tim Drake gets involved. That's when he's like, okay, maybe I can be more dad and less I'm going to kill a motherfucker.
Right. It's like, and Batman doesn't kill, but he maims the fuck out of people.
He sends you home with a hospital bill.
But like,
really
most superheroes aren't this way.
No.
They will just kill a bitch. They like, and I don't think that's a truly bad thing. I just don't think we need to expect everybody to be Superman or be Spider-Man. That's what makes those characters great, is they're the Boy Scouts. And
exactly.
I love that we keep weaving in everything else, because it matters. Because the Thunderbolts is a sequel to this show. Like, this movie, I'm so positive on that. It's going to be like a direct sequel.
It's definitely going to touch a lot of things, especially because the Bucky interaction.
Right.
But it's like, and I think that's the difference between what people were feeling when it came to old Marvel and new Marvel. New Marvel kind of was like, okay, let's separate out things a little bit. It's more of a comic book where you can pick and choose. And I love that aspect of it. But now we're like, okay, we're going to weave things back in together now. We're going to touch things back in.
I think what people have forgotten is that this is phase 1 of a new saga. Go back to phase 1. Well, okay, not important. But go look at phase 1 of when Marvel started. It was all disconnected with little kind of threads that were there, but it was disconnected until they grouped up. We haven't gotten the group up movie yet. We're still at the early stages of setting this all up. it's not all super interconnected. It's
And I
not
do get
supposed to be.
people's issue when it comes to things because Doomsday and Secret Wars feel like Infinity War and Endgame to a lot of people. But I honestly don't think it's that.
I
way.
don't think that's what they are.
You can't do an Avengers movie how they ended with Endgame. You can't
Right.
just go right back to an Avengers movie. They kind of have to do it differently, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah, it can't follow the exact same formula, but you can follow the. They all are separate now because that makes sense. After Endgame, we got it. Well, after Endgame, and the Sokovia Accord still exists. Like, people are different with how they're doing things. Some characters don't give a fuck. Like Doctor Strange. What are you gonna do to Doctor Strange? Like,
using Spider-Man to fuck with his spell.
now they don't remember that Spider-Man exists.
They know Spider-Man exists. They just don't know Peter Parker exists.
Honestly, I loved the Spidey sense scene from that movie when he knocks the physical form out of Spidey. It's like, how are you doing that? It's like, I don't know. I'm not doing it.
I know we're like saving Spider-Man for Steven in late June, but spoiler alert. But like I would love to just talk Spider-Man movies. I've covered them on my own personal channel too. And I'm like, I will talk Spider-Man's. If I'm autistic, that's one of my specialties.
All right, man.
I'm serious.
But no, what I was saying was the line in the Thunderbolts trailer from, God, what is her name?
The big bitch.
The leader. Their leader.
I don't remember her name.
But Val.
Valerie?
It's Val.
Valerie. Steven might tell us before we do this.
I don't know.
Marvel.
It's Val
No,
Venus. No.
Valentina Allegra Defante.
Yeah. Okay. So her line when they're all like grouped up in that room, and it's like, what you have to realize is there aren't good guys and bad guys. There are bad guys and worse guys. That is every superhero movie, basically. That is kind of the point, is the superheroes outside of Spider-Man and Superman, basically, are bad guys on the side of good. Like, that's it.
Well, yeah, and it comes with the territory. It's like you sometimes have to break a few eggs to make an omelet.
Yep.
To take a line from Tony Stark.
About to say that.
But like that's what it comes to when it comes to, and they do that all the time in movies. It's like you got to save the girl, you got to save the bunch of people. It's like the real world issue is always an issue for superheroes.
Yeah.
Got to pull one lever, and it's sometimes not the right lever.
Yep.
And that's what Sam does all the time in this movie. He pulls a lever and hopes to God it works.
Yep.
I mean,
he makes the decision he thinks is best in the moment, and
and he'll pay for it later.
Yep.
And that's what I love about this film, because it tells a fucking superhero story without doing the whole like the multiverse is around us and we got to do things. And they tease that in the fucking.
And every time he makes those decisions, you can tell there's a chance this goes horrifyingly wrong.
Yeah.
But
that's the intriguing part about it.
You and most of the people in the movie are trusting that because he is Captain America, he's making the right choice. And the fact that they are right most of the time is why he's Captain America.
Or if it's...
And the people who still think Bucky should have got the shield are a problem, because Bucky would not be making the right choice.
The only people who think Bucky should have the shield have a problem with how Sam looks.
I know. It's tough because I love Bucky, and I get afraid to say that. It's like, no, not for I just love Bucky. Sam's still Cap. Yeah. I just love Bucky. Like I said, I want the White Wolf to exist. God damn it! I know in the comics he's not the White. I don't fucking care. You've set him up as the White Wolf now. Make him that. Damn it, please. I saw somebody on TikTok complaining about this movie because Sam has the vibranium wings.
Oh, no, he's got wings.
And like they saw it light up purple, so they thought it was nanotech, which as far as I can tell, his wings aren't nanotech. They're just vibranium.
they're collapsible and they just absorb things how Black Panther's suit absorb things.
But like they were bitching about everybody having nanotech, and it's like it's
the helmet. I don't like nanotech when it comes to helmets because just take over fucking helmet.
But that's not what they were doing either. They were like complaining about nanotech and everybody having it. That's like, even if this was nanotech, wouldn't that mean 3 characters had it? Tony Stark,
Spider-Man, Black Panther.
Oh well, I forgot about Spider-Man.
Thor. His helmet does the whole nanotech thing.
No, his isn't nanotech.
It does it. It's not nanotech, but it does the nanotech thing where it kind of like collapses. And Star-Lord has it, but that's also because he's in space. Who else in the Marvel universe? A lot of people have it in the Marvel universe, and it's kind of annoying. I want people to just take off their helmets because there's nothing cooler than
the only issue is the helmet. The rest of the suit being nanotech, who fucking cares? And even the helmet being nanotech. Keep it nanotech, just take off the helmet like normal. Remember when people first saw in Infinity War, they saw the nanotech Iron Man. It was still nanotech in Endgame, but they just had the mask pop up anyways because that's what people wanted to see. It can stay as nanotech. That doesn't matter. And once nanotech exists, why would you not use nanotech?
My main point is there's nothing cooler than Black Panther taking off his helmet in Civil War. When Peter takes off his mask and it's just like it has that peeling effect where like it gets stuck on like the top of his head and he has to yank it off.
Yeah.
There's nothing cooler than seeing those because I don't know, it's just a cool reveal. It's dope as fuck. And seeing Black Panther take off his helmet all the time, like in the comics, where he just places it next to him, where it feels kingly.
Right.
Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like, sometimes you just have to leave things as things. Like,
I agree.
If Sam took off his helmet, I'd be perfectly fine with it. Or if it popped off, or like, and then he used the nanotech to put it on sometimes, like when it's like convenient, when he's like going from normal cruising speed to Mach 7.
I was gonna say, like when he's in fights, it makes sense to use it as nanotech. That like makes a ton of sense. Because otherwise he has to be in the helmet the entire fight, which is dumb. Or he has to midair like reach back and grab a hat. Like that would look dumb as shit. There are scenes where you need, but it all being nanotech is still fine. You can just remove a nanotech helmet. That's just a Marvel. But no, people being upset that Sam had nanotech. Like, why would his suit be nanotech? I don't know, man. Because the Wakandans gave it to him. That's why. Because they straight up said, you know, only like Tony Stark and the Wakandans should have nanotech. It's like, the Wakandans made this suit. What do you mean?
It's a bad argument.
Did you forget that part?
It's a bad argument of like, why does he have it? It's why is Marvel using it? This should be the better argument. Of,
and like
why is Marvel
with the way Sam's character was in this entire movie, the nanotech was fine because they basically only used the helmet like in the air
for mid-air flight,
which
and
like
then when
use nanotech there. That makes sense. Yeah, which also the nanotech was perfect there. Holy fuck. Or like Spider-Man having it. I was like in the scene with Doc Ock. I didn't hate that because of the way he kept like it kept moving around to protect him. But like, I still want him to remove the mask. You can do that with nanotech. They just chose not to, and that's what bugs me. Because like nanotech, the entire point is it can do whatever the fuck you want it to do.
That's my only problem with it is that it's more of the choice of why are we using it and like as Marvel, not why is Sam using it. It's the Marvel side of things. Not
and even from the Marvel side, I get it. It's just Marvel needs to use it better.
And people take off their fucking helmets. So, I want Marvel.
And I
don't bitch about much.
I don't even think it's. I'm trying to think of who all has helmets where I won't care. I don't know if I want them to use like Thor. I don't know if I want Thor to have a helmet. I know he does in the comics, but like
just say the Thor helmet in the comics is dope.
Yeah, but like I also just don't care. To me, it's just keep him with his goddamn long hair.
It's just a Viking dude.
Yeah.
I know he doesn't have the helmet in Norse mythology.
Well, Norse mythology. If we're going to Norse mythology, then Marvel's Thor sucks so hard, dude. It's just so bad.
That's fair.
Why is he a tall, skinny, blonde man?
Because Chris Hemsworth is sexy.
But Thor should be, yeah, tall, but he also should be round.
He's obtuse.
Like, genuinely, God of War, perfect. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
In every sense of the word. Love that. I love that game. Sorry.
Yeah, but I don't mind the nanotech in this film as much as I do like with my big issue is more with Spider-Man because I feel like Spider-Man should be like a no nanotech unless it's like Iron Spider needs to come out for this situation.
Right. Like when he gets the nanotech in Infinity War. Perfect. He's literally in space dying because he can't breathe. Boom, nanotech. Beautiful. Masterfully done.
It's like a new car.
And then I get like
bad suit though.
I loved that line. Mr. Stark, it smells like a new car in here.
That suit's bad though. I hate the design of that suit.
Really?
I fucking hate it. And they use it in everything. Like Rivals has it. It's just like stop using that design. It sucks.
I love Bucky. Like again, the Bucky Sam scene. It's not long enough. And I'm sad we didn't just get more Bucky in this movie. I'm always sad about not getting more Bucky.
That's a cameo.
Yeah.
That doesn't fucking interfere with the film.
Not at all. It makes a ton of sense. Sam's sidekick is dying on the table. You're in Washington, D.C., where Bucky is. Bucky walks in like, you good?
And it's an actual cameo. Hey, I showed up for a few seconds. And
we have a conversation. I drop, the Steve gave him something to believe in. You give them something to aspire to line. Then he says, love you, buddy, and he dips. Like, he gives Sam someone to vent to who gets it, who understands all of what Sam is going. Like, okay, not all I get, but like this exact moment, the aspiring to be Steve. And Bucky also understands the feeling like you're not living up to Steve. Bucky gets that. And that's why Sam like stops himself from saying it. And Bucky's like, no, let it out. Say it. Say the thing. Because it matters. And it's great. I loved that scene. And then Bucky disappeared and I cried.
We'll see him in 3 months and we might do another one of these where we're just
too far.
In 3 months?
Yeah.
It's Thunderbolts.
I know.
I'm good shit. Fuck you.
Is there a third Marvel movie coming out this year?
July, Fantastic Four.
Oh, that is this year.
Yeah.
Oh, and Superman. That's not Marvel, I know, but I'm excited for Superman.
I am too.
I
watched the trailer and
glad that
I don't like James Gunn, but that's
I don't either. But there's a lot of things I'm liking about it. And the fact that it's pissing off the Snyder Bros already has me
used to be one of them.
Happy. Because it looks like a Superman movie. Like what I want a Superman movie to be. He's supposed to be the big blue Boy Scout. God damn it.
He's what Steve is.
If you want real dark and gritty, go watch Batman. That's like...
Yeah,
but also, I hope this universe gives us the campy version of Batman too. Like, a little bit. Look at his rogues gallery. They're all fucking stupid.
I hope he goes more fantastical, not campy.
I also just don't want every suit to just be solid black. I want the gray and blue, man. I really do.
They're gonna give us the gray and blue, or gray and black at least.
Yeah.
I have
gray and dark navy. He's moving.
Oh, I can't hear you right now.
He's moving. I mean, that's a Red Hood, I think.
They're gonna pull out this suit from the Court of Owls.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Where it's like a distinct different color.
I still hope Jen. Oh, you're not here.
I know you want blue. Fuck off.
No,
I can't hear you.
That's not what I was saying. Put your headphones in.
Well, fuck you.
Stop showing me them and just put them in your ears.
I'm gonna fucking shove you in my ears.
Hey yo. I still want Jensen Ackles to be Batman. It's not happening.
I was gonna say he's too old, but
no, he's not.
I'd say it's Damien, so he's probably late 30s. I was gonna say
Jensen can do it. It's fine. It'll be fine.
Why are we doing older Batman.
It
Just
bugs
do, like,
me. I'm so
30s
mad
Batman.
because
See, like, mid-30s.
like you don't even have to start with Dick Grayson if you don't want to. You can have Nightwing exist and start with the Robin being Jason Todd. That's fine. Or even if you want to go just a little later, you can start with the Robin being Tim Drake and already have Red Hood exist. I hate starting with Damian, but that's because I hate Damian.
Damian's actually got better in the last few years.
Don't care. Hate Damian.
He's tolerable now.
I hate him. And he won't be. You know James Gunn isn't giving us the tolerable version of Damian.
No, he'll give us the one we might kick.
We're getting a little bitch, and I hate it. And I'm not going to get a Red Hood origin story.
Oh my god, that movie's going to open up with him and Dick out on patrol, and Talia's going to show up with Damian.
Probably.
It's going to be fucking Son of Batman.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
And then Red Hood is going to shoot Talia.
I mean, no, Jason in the comics fucks Talia, so.
Yeah. Well, you know, oh my god, I almost said some not okay shit.
I love that in the comics though, because I in my head canon, anytime him and Damian have a confrontation, he's like, "I fucked your mom," and he can't say it back. He actually did.
Because he actually. No, right when you said that, I almost went, well, like father, like son, I guess.
Fair.
Yeah, I don't know. But back to finishing up Brave New World talks. I loved it.
Yeah.
Not perfect, but it was a fun time. And
I haven't sat in a Marvel movie in a long time where I was fully engaged. I've liked Marvel movies in the past. Like, I like Black Widow. I've liked a lot of the movies that have come out. Don't get me wrong. I'm very much on the opposite side of people being, the movie's been bad. But I haven't been disengaged in a Marvel movie in a very long time.
It had shades of Winter Soldier. It wasn't as good of a spy thriller, and I stand by that is just a marketing issue. I think if they had not revealed Red Hulk until like right now, like now that the opening couple of days is done, if they revealed it now, if they hadn't done that, and I know if you're into comic books, you know Ross is Red Hulk, but like this movie really tries to build towards that, and seeing him for the first time while you're in the theater would have genuinely, I think that's what held this movie back from being kind of like in talks with, is it better? Is it close to Winter Soldier? But because of the shitty way it was marketed and the Red Hulk thing, not the Anthony Mackie thing. If you're mad at Anthony Mackie, you're an idiot. I don't care.
Fair.
Fuck you.
I think honestly, if they left it at the end of like the first trailer where he just throws the shield down and you kind of see his foot, I think if you left it at that
could have been okay.
Hook, but like people have been like, "What is that?"
Right, because people who don't know would have been like, "What is that?" And then people who do know, it's like, "Oh." And then it's
Hulk? Oh, fuck.
Right, and then you get to like see it develop, and you're not like every time he starts getting angry, you're like, ah.
Yeah.
Then it just gets kind of annoying. It's like, man, just do the thing already.
But like, I think if they left it at that, it would have been perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like,
but the way they did it is just awful.
Yeah, fully revealing him in the trailer is stupid.
I think this is the first time Marvel has truly like missed with the trailer. Like this was just a pure miss. Swing and miss. You fucked this movie over.
Fired the marketing team.
And that makes me upset. It really does.
I mean, even with like,
so I think the trailer's just pretending, like Sidewinder with the call, where you can't really tell that. Like, if you really stopped and listened to the trailer and then rewatched Incredible Hulk, you could tell who the leader was. But just with a call where you're like, because the first time I heard his voice, I was like, who the fuck is that? It like took me a minute. Because I also didn't do the thing where I like read about who all was going to be in it. I knew Sidewinder because everyone talked about Giancarlo Esposito, because of course you do.
Giancarlo Esposito, yeah.
But like, I didn't know the leader was going to be in this movie. I actually didn't.
I remember him getting announced for it, and I'm like, that's weird. Why are we making a Hulk film now?
But I do my best to avoid everything with these movies, because I don't want to hate, like, I don't want the Red Hulk situation with every Marvel movie. I want to avoid as much as I can so that I can experience it at least once how it's supposed to be. And I'm mad that I never got that for this movie. It's upsetting. The marketing team needs fired because you could have just set it up. I think setting it up, acting as if Sidewinder is like a main player, and then the call from the leader, like just kind of being in there somewhere. You could have framed it truly as a spy thriller and never included Red Hulk, because the shock of Red Hulk showing up would have been one of those moments in theaters that people talk about, like, you know, Thor showing up in Wakanda. Like, it would have been one of those moments. It truly could have been. But you ruined it by putting it in the first trailer.
There's definitely a movie that came out like the last like 10 years at least. I can't remember what movie it is, but like they set up a villain to be like the villain, and then they pulled the carpet under you in the movie, because like halfway through the movie they kill the fake villain and they pull it out from under you, and like real villain, and they do it really well. I can't remember what movie it is.
I mean, The Last Jedi did that.
So a good movie, good. All right.
You set Snoke up to be the main villain, and then he just gets bitched.
No, it was like a spy movie. I can't remember.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know, but
I know you won't know.
Yeah.
Great film.
Hey, if I would have known, I would have already said it. But yeah, I don't know. But like, you could have set it up that way, and just the shock value of that would have been sick, and then you wouldn't have all these idiots claiming this is the worst movie ever.
No, I also don't trust people who are like, this is the worst movie ever without evidence.
Right. I am not entirely offended at the current IMDb rating of Brave.
What is it?
I think it's still a little low, but it's a 6.1 out of 10, which is higher than I expected it to be.
I give it at least a 7.
I think it's a 7 also. But the majority of ratings are 6 and 7.
Rotten Tomatoes is also fucking wrong then.
Weirdly though, a 1 out of 10 is the third highest vote, which drives me nuts.
Oh, it popped back up actually. Holy shit.
Yeah, because people are finally getting to see it and actually.
I'm talking about the actual tomato meter.
So critics are pumping it. Good.
It's at 80% for audience. Like that, but that's normal. So
it's at what for audience?
80.
W.
Which is just 80% of the people like the movie.
Yeah.
I hate when I have to explain this to people. Rotten Tomatoes is a collective score of how people liked it, how many people didn't like it. That's it. That's 80% people liked it, 51% of critics liked it. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Not like it's 51. It's not. It's a 50%. No, it's just 50% of like.
Trying to see reviews that are bad on here to see if anybody has a real opinion.
Well, I'm pretty sure I've been going for nearly an hour and a half at this point.
Yeah, we have. Hour and a half. That's okay. It deserved it. We've also gotten really sidetracked. ADHD kicking our asses today.
Well, this is the like last time we did this, we got really ADHD because the chat was going crazy.
That's true.
But I think a lot of chat either popped out for a second because spoilers,
or they're just listening because they either haven't seen it or have only seen it once, and there's only so much to say.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
What? I want to hear this now.
Well, I want to read it to see what their thought is before I try.
HBO Max thing. Okay, good.
What are they saying?
What are they saying? That's the question.
I don't know. What?
Oh my god, Jake got proven wrong. Holy shit, it's not like going into the movie without having preconceived conceptions.
Yeah, don't go into it thinking it'll suck. Stupid idiot.
I almost never listen to critics unless it's like some abhorrently bad thing.
And even then, if it's a movie I care to see, I'm not listening. because I want to go see it, and then I will make a judgment for myself. And I, weirdly, as the most like negative person in our group all the time, I walk out of most movies like, no, it's all right. I don't think I've ever been to a movie where I just like, oh wait, no, I have. What was it? Oh, well, I walked out of Rise of Skywalker really angry.
Well, yeah,
I was
but did you
upset.
actually walk out of a film?
No, I didn't. I didn't even walk out of it. I just, when it was over, I walked out pissed. But I've never gotten up and left a movie I was watching.
I've been out of one movie I was watching. I don't remember what movie it was.
Like I've turned them off watching at home, but I think that's a very different thing.
Yeah.
Because I didn't, especially for me, because I think that might be part of it with how far I have to travel. It's like, well, I'm going to watch the fucking movie. I paid a lot to be here, but
yeah.
Oh God.
Oh no. Yeah, Jake, we were just talking about you.
Just got back from this movie. Yeah. So what did Jake say on Twitter?
He just said it proved the movie proved him wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, I love it. It's great. Fucking dope. Jake gets on at the end of the fucking review though. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. A good movie.
Good movie. I'm waiting for this review for me to tell me what the fuck is happening.
Dude, nothing. The reason I said what the fuck?
Whoa, wait. Wasn't it as bad as you thought it'd be?
Yeah, remember he thought it would be bad, so he still thinks it's bad. Yeah, but like, which means
that's what I'm just saying. That's what
so the reason I was annoyed is this review was a 3 out of 10, and it's like, okay, but underwhelming movie with Disney issues. And I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? And then they never explain it.
I know what the Disney
I wanted to see if they tried. I can tell you.
Yeah. I can tell you what the Disney issue is. You want to know what the Disney issue is? The main character's black.
I mean, yeah, but I didn't want to. Like, I wanted them to say something, you know.
But the moment I hear Disney ruins something, it means
I know, but like,
there's a gay character, there's a black character, and that's all. Anytime I hear Disney issue, DEI, I'm like, woke. It's all immediately your opinion does not matter.
I'm not like, none of these will like. Wow, you're trying to explain the lore to me. I'm sure you're not going to get this wrong.
Well, Jake, we've yapped a lot, but we've said this is a pretty like middle of the road fucking Marvel movie.
It's like a 7 out of 10 Marvel movie, which is where most Marvel movies sit. But now the Marvel tax means it's a 4 out of 10.
In phase 1 through 3 Marvel, this would be a 9 out of 10. And now it's a 5 out of 10. This is how the Marvel works now.
Yeah. It's so dumb.
Well, if you're normal, your brain works normally. This is not Winter Soldier, but it's Winter Soldier Light. What?
Nothing.
You can't make that. You can't just say nothing. Are you just yapping and saying nothing? Or is it you actually having like a...
No, this review. I have not watched anything from Marvel since Endgame. This movie was such a letdown for me. Well, if you haven't seen anything since Endgame, there's a lot that's not going to make sense here.
Only 10 MCU movies? It's a 34 film franchise. I'd take this over probably half the franchise at least. But I also love the Marvels, so that's your opinion. Yeah.
But yeah, just the immediate. I miss Tony Stark, Steve Rogers, and the others. The new Captain America is not up to the task, and the Falcon was even worse. Just say the actual thing you want to say, man. You bitch.
Just say you're racist.
And then immediately, the only good thing about the movie was Harrison Ford, who was acting on his usual godlike level.
You mean the white guy? I mean, he was really good in the movie. Don't get me wrong, but you mean the white guy?
It's like, man.
I love how none of them are actually criticizing the one bad acting performance in this film.
What? The action scenes are dull, poorly choreographed, and devoid of excitement. Dude, the action scenes are sick.
Cutting through a fucking fighter pilot wing and, you know, jumping over the fucking Hulk and doing the whole.
Yeah, weirdly, it wasn't the Hulk, but we like the normal Hulk, but we finally got the clap. And then, well, I shouldn't have phrased it like that.
Well, he doesn't clap in an Incredible Hulk. Fuck off.
I know, but that movie's not real. I forget its existence immediately after talking about it.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I love that film and I will hear none of your fucking bullshit.
I cannot wait for us to review that movie.
Oh, I'm going to tear into it as much as you turned into Star Wars, but I'm also going to be like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Me with episode 2. Me with Attack of the Clones. This sucks. All of this sucks. I love it, though. I'll watch it again right now.
Jake, it's Marvel. Too many cuts is how they do action.
That is every Marvel movie. We're just only now bitching because I guess.
Watch Civil War, watch Winter Soldier. They do the same thing. And I love Winter Soldier. I'm not a big fan of Civil War. I won't talk about that. But Winter Soldier does the same exact thing. They fixed it recently with like Shang-Chi and stuff like that. They've gotten better with their action, but it's a Marvel movie. They still do it.
Well, Shang-Chi, the difference was, I think, the director and knowing how to film an action movie like that one. Oh, you okay? Well, I haven't listened to you every time, so
yeah. As long as this is not a new criticism.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, these reviews are just atrocious.
Talking about, hey, the guy's black, so now I don't like it.
No, they just won't say that part. They're just, I miss.
No, because you're a bitch.
I miss Steve Rogers. It's like, all right, man.
If you want to be racist,
I kind of do too. I love Steve Rogers, but
yeah, you can love both of them. But if you're gonna be racist, say you're racist. I'm sick of it. If you want to be like the DEI, no, just say you're racist. Just have a backbone.
But like, I also love Sam Wilson. To me, they are the same character, but they are different characters. Like,
yeah, they were all good. They were all. Yeah. Again, like we said previously, the only bad actress, whatever, is the Israeli Black Widow.
Yeah,
she doesn't act. She just talks, and then she makes some facial movement.
Most of the time, not even facial movement. I had no clue her thought process most of the time. It just looked like she kind of had to shit in like every scene. It's just,
and like she's so yes man, and I hate it.
Yeah.
It's like you're not a character and you can't act. Okay, post-credit scene doesn't matter. That's not part of the movie.
I loved the post-credit scene though.
I walked out right afterwards. I already saw the post-credit scene, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I liked the post-credit scene. I mean, I understand it being a bit of a letdown in just terms of like time, because it was lately Marvel, when they were only doing one, made it a mid-credit scene so you could like get out. Making us wait that long for not that much substance, a little painful.
Yeah,
I liked it, but
I don't.
It was weird. I was also freezing to death in the movie theater because for whatever reason our movie theater forgets how.
Yeah, Jake, I think it's just because a lot of people haven't been to Marvel movies lately because of whatever fucking reason. And they're like, hey, they're actually, Doom is coming at some point because there's another world, blah, 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 blah.
And they've been slowly building up there's other worlds out there thing constantly. Because it is like Earth's heroes have remember in Infinity War, in Endgame, when Captain Marvel is talking to Black Widow about what she is doing. Remember, there are other planets out there like Earth. They don't have the Avengers. Like, our characters haven't, like, they know other worlds exist and that aliens exist, but like, they're not actively thinking about it.
No, he's talking.
Yes, but that's my point. While they understand the multiverse exists, because they're not confronted with it all the time, especially a character like Cap, he's not confronted with. Yeah, Doctor Strange understands it. He's confronted with it all the time. Like, he gets it. But, like, the rest of the characters have to figure it out. It was the previous phase dealing with aliens. Now it's them dealing with the multiverse. That's the whole point. They have to, like, hammer that home to especially these more street-level characters. Yeah, the bigger entities get it. Like, right. And in that movie, he didn't get it, and Doctor Strange did. Like, Thor gets it. Doctor Strange gets it. I almost said Captain Strange.
Oh, yeah. The Bucky cameo. Yeah.
It was great.
We talked about multiple times.
All right. I think...
Wrap it up.
I mean, I think an hour 40 is good enough.
I think this might be our longest besides maybe Revenge of the Sith.
I gotta go look now. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Well,
I want to thank everyone for watching this episode of the Dueling Fates podcast. We will see you next week. I don't remember what's next week because I don't remember when this is coming out. I think it's Birds of Prey, but I can't be sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but I want to thank everyone for watching this episode. Remember to subscribe, like, do whatever on whatever podcasting format you prefer. But until next time, wait for Geek to get ready for it. Bye-bye.